Okay, guys, I'm going to react to, who? It's Sucks for One. I searched in YouTube, but I don't have the premium YouTube. I only got the normal YouTube. And I'm going to 24 hours. We're going to react to videos of him.
Enjoy fast and free shipping, discount vouchers, and 30-day return guarantee at Beauty by Last.
So many ads. Just please wait, please. And before we go to skip, please like and subscribe. Comment how do you want. And now let's go.
What is up, guys? My name is Sucks1, and welcome to another 24-hour video where we play a game for 24 hours straight, no break. Today we're playing Subnautica, which is an underwater survival game that is also known as a horror game. If you've never heard of Subnautica or you're an expert at the game, this will be my first playthrough of the game, so it will be an experience for all of us. I nearly finished it as well, but before the video starts, these videos take a long time to record and edit, so if you can do me a favor and just smash that like button and make sure you're subscribed if you're new. And if you want to join the community, make sure you join our Minecraft server at socks.gg. It's the best. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This was my first playthrough of Subnautica, and I was suddenly in danger in some sort of escape pod as things were exploding around me. Everything went in emergency mode, and I got smacked by this piece of metal, knocking me out. I woke up to more danger as it looked like my entire escape pod was on fire. Talk about a bad day. There was just a fire extinguisher laying around, so that made things kind of easy. I was a little bit confused, but I assumed this was my life pod, and I crash landed, and everything is broken. This tablet was my inventory, and there was also showing the materials and crafting recipes, so it was kind of like Minecraft. Then there's a quick wake-up call that this is no Minecraft at all. When you climb out of your pod, you are presented with a crazy opener with this giant broken ship, and you are surrounded by water. Well, I gotta do it. I gotta jump into the water, and wow. What is that thing? Even after 24 hours, I still don't know what that thing is. I learned pretty quickly.
Guys, before we start it now, please like and subscribe. And
That the materials are all surrounded in this ocean, like these little rocks that give out copper. I kept on exploring around the ocean floor, and I found this really cool fish called the peeper. It looks so funny. And my chat told me to get these metal salvage parts because this was the most important resource in this game. There was also these creature eggs that I was super suspicious about because I watched too many horror movies, and I knew if I brought this back to my base, it would explode into an alien. I'm not supposed to bring an alien egg back to my base. Well, I did return back to base, and I learned that this fabricator is basically Subnautica's crafting table, and it has sick animations. And the poor peepers could be turned into cooked food, which is sad and good because I needed food. But the poor peepers, man. I was also able to turn my metal salvage into titanium to get an upgraded O2 tank that gave me more oxygen. If you haven't noticed already, I only have a limited time underwater before I have to go back up to get air, so I have to quickly scour the ground for resources. I saw this really sparkly material in this cave when I got attacked by this red fish that was scary. Hey! What the? What? He literally just exploded on me, so we decided to give him a name, the Boomer Fish, which fits perfectly. I also found these other alien things, and I didn't like that they were in my hands. Ew, I don't want this. The nighttime was upon us, and I had no idea what kind of creatures spawned during the nighttime, so I decided it was just best to go back to base. I used this time to look through all the stuff I could make, like a survival knife or even a repair tool, but my chat suggested that I should make a scanner first. Turns out the scanner is the most important item in the game. You needed to learn about new items and learn about actually everything in Subnautica. The first thing I ended up scanning were these purple things that are actually called floaters according to the scanner, but honestly that won't change my mind that these are going to eat my soul at 3 a.m. I waited till day because I wasn't going to do anything during the night, and a lot of people told me to scan myself, which I did. After scanning myself, my vital signs were normal, but this is very important to the plot. I spent the next day just scanning things, starting with this guy called the gasopod, and I did that with everything, including the raw materials, just so it's in my database. And as I kept on exploring, I found my first crashed ship part, and this was kind of exciting. I was able to scan all these items on the ground, including this swivel chair, which meant I could craft it back at my base. But on some other things like this grav trap, it looked like I had to find multiple parts of that fragment in order to unlock it. I made sure to grab all the metal salvage as I could on my way back home, and even these yellow balls called creepvine seed clusters, cause guess what these make? I mean, first I turned that into silicone rubber, and then that turns into a freaking knife. We got our first weapon, boys. The next thing I wanted to make was the repair tool, because if you haven't noticed, half my escape pod is broken. But in order to make this repair tool, I need a certain material called cave sulfur that is only found behind boomerfish. But I was in luck though, because there was no boomerfish, because they already exploded from my last encounter, so I just was able to grab the cave sulfur. And boom, I was able to make the repair tool. I started fixing on my pod, and it was amazing. All I had to do was left click, and it just makes things fixed. Yay, we have power again. Dude, I wish something like this actually existed. I also fixed up this radio, and I got myself a message.
Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours.
Bruh. It would take them 4,166 days in order for them to rescue me. Since being rescued was out of the question, I decided to make a flashlight because I hate the nighttime so much. I was also getting dehydrated, so I needed to get water soon, and there's two different ways, either using bleach or turning fish into water. Both of them sounded completely absurd, but turns out if you grab this bladderfish, you can literally turn it into bottled water for drinking. Ooh, that makes perfect sense. I also noticed that my storage was full, so I was gonna have to make something that allowed me to make chests or cabinets or something that allows me to store items. In order to do that, I had to make a tool called the Habitat Builder, which I was lacking the materials to make. I had my flashlight, so I could mine at night.